At Loc-Doc Security, our mission is to help you protect your people and your property, and we're doing that through answering commonly asked questions. Today, we're answering the question is, what is an electronic cylinder?
What is an electronic cylinder?
I don't know. Well, we're going to find out. Kevin's with us here today. We're going to talk a little bit about it. Why would you even need an electronic cylinder? All of those things are really big questions. So
sure.
You have yet again brought us a wonderful object lesson. So
love props.
Yeah, let's jump into it. Kevin, what's an electronic cylinder?
So an electronic cylinder is just that. Oh. It's an electronic cylinder.
Well, easy enough. Thanks for joining us today.
So what an electronic cylinder is, and I'll kind of spread this out a little bit and we'll kind of get everything lined up in kind of a hierarchical mode, is let's say you have an access control system as represented here by your fob and your card and your reader.
All right.
So this is your traditional full electronic access control system. And over here we have our mechanical key system, so just a regular cylinder. An electronic cylinder sits in between the two and sort of bridges the gap. It brings an electronic element to a mechanical cylinder without having to run a lot of wires and power supplies and things of that nature.
All right, so this is something that you would use with your key fob or your key card on a normal situation.
Correct, yes.
The lock that you have over there is kind of just your traditional door lock.
It's a traditional door lock. It's a regular key, purely mechanical, no electronics.
All right, and so why would I need to bridge the gap?
So if you were looking to bridge the gap or add access control to a facility, let's say it's very large, it's going to be really, really hard to get a wire or power to a specific opening. This is going to allow you to bring that electricity within the key and the cylinder itself without having to run wires. So it would be a great application for anybody that has difficulty getting electricity there, or actually it's even much cheaper than a traditional access control system.
So if you have a large number of doors, hundreds or thousands of doors that you need to control or give permission to get into certain doors, it may not be economically achievable to put a card reader on each one of those. This is something that can go into your existing lock, but you still have the ability to create permissions there.
Correct, yes. There are a few caveats with that, however, and the biggest one really is, while the electronic cylinder does give you the capability to assign, what doors you have access to, and it will give you an audit trail, but unlike a traditional access control system where that information is available immediately and you can just kind of log in and see what's going on, the one caveat with an electronic cylinder is you do have to go to each opening to pull that information.
So this is real time. This one is by audit. So
correct, by audit, yes.
You need to go pull the information, or you could retrieve it from the key whenever it's synchronized.
Correct, yes. And that's one other thing is, you can set these keys, this is the actual part that controls everything, but you can set these keys to expire on a certain amount of time. And the more frequently that you set that expiration, the more frequently people have to reprogram their keys, the better information you're going to get from the audit trail on what they're doing and where they're going.
Now, a big question that a lot of people ask is, on an intelligent cylinder and an intelligent key, or electronic cylinder as you call it, is there a battery in here? How does this thing get power?
So the cylinder itself has no battery at all whatsoever. So you're not having to replace any batteries or anything like that. The cylinder is powered by the key. So the battery that's inside the key is actually what powers the cylinder. So you'll see when I come up to this opening here, I push the key in and it makes contact with the solenoid. You heard it beep. It allows me to open the door. Okay, and then it comes right back out. Now, it'll give me different indications depending on the beep. 3 red beeps would be you don't have permission. 3 longer green beeps means, hey, your battery in your key is low. It'll give you different indications, but everything power-wise is housed inside the key.
And these types of keys can be programmed through Bluetooth on your phone?
Not necessarily, no. You do have to have a reader that's hooked up to a computer that you actually have to physically stick the key in. It pulls the information, and then you can change or edit any of the permissions. This particular one, that's how you have to do it. There are Bluetooth options, which basically looks like a reader that goes on the wall, and you just kind of come up and you wave the key at it, and you'll hear it beep, 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 and it does its thing. So again, this particular one you have to put inside a programmer, but they do have Bluetooth options available.
Very cool. So you have an intelligent key that goes into an electronic cylinder. It can function very similar to a key card system, but it gives you at a kind of a lower price point.
Yes.
It gives you the ability to do it in a larger scale.
Correct, yes.
All right, so if I've got a building with hundreds of openings, maybe thousands of openings, and I would rather just shift over to an intelligent key instead of having to hand out the old mechanical keys, then this is something I could do across that entire building.
Correct, yes. All while still maintaining your, because this key still has cuts on it. So you can still maintain all of your physical keys and your key cuts. So, a lot of people will do a blend.
Yeah.
Some of your lower risk or lower security areas, you may just stick with the mechanical key and put the electronics on your high risk doors and openings.
So you could effectively put your electronic cylinders on the outside of the building and on prominent interior doors, but maybe just standard office doors to John, Bob, and Sue's office. They could just have a traditional key and
Yes.
still use the same key to get into both.
Correct. And that is also a great way to, if you're trying to eliminate keys, the number of keys, where John may have access to doors A, B, and C, and then his office on a mechanical,
Yeah.
whereas Sue may get access to doors D and E and her office as well. We're doing it with one key.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for sharing this, Kevin. So electronic cylinders, intelligent keys, these are things that can help to augment your existing security structure and really simplify or give you a better control, better understanding of how your key system is set up, and maybe even eliminate keys as well. So that's a very good option. If you'd like to learn more about this, there's a full write-up listed below with lots of information on intelligent keys, on electronic cylinders, and understanding how they can interact with all of these different systems. And we would invite you to do that. If you'd like more information and you'd like to contact us, you can also follow the link below to connect with us or give us a call, and we'll be able to chat with you further about these types of solutions. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next time.